Just a reminder that this and all my other videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey and welcome back to my closet. So today we have something a little bit different because I needed to buy something along with my Disney mini brands to make my cart large enough at Target.com to actually ship, which is weird, especially because this item didn't even ship together with the Disney mini brands, but don't try to explain Target logic, I guess. Anyway, today we are going to be looking at a Polly Pocket set, and this one is called the Double Play Space Compact. This one came out at the same time as like a disco ball one, and they both have several layers of stuff to do. And I've always had a soft spot for Polly Pocket because I had a lot of the original ones when I was growing up, and I really didn't understand fashion Polly, but when these newer ones started coming out that were more like the original ones, I was pretty into it. I have a couple of sets, so when I saw this, it's space themed, it's Polly Pocket, I was like, okay, I'm sold. Here is the box, and you can already pretty much see the inside of the top layer. You get a Polly and an alien Polly and what looks like a little green robot, and you can see that there's this thing that moves around in here. It's like a rocket ship, so we'll have to explore that a little bit more. You get 15 plus pieces, pop and swap, and there's Polly in the corner there dressed up in a spacesuit and it says Polly Pocket. We've got some space designs over here, and the packaging is kind of interesting because you can stick your hand through this hole here. There's no window, but there's still plastic over this, so like it's kind of odd that they have a window in the first place. Here it kind of shows you the whole thing folded out and how you can fold it up into a UFO shape, and it shows you everything that it comes with. One of the most fun parts about looking at a Polly Pocket is just seeing all the little hidden features that you really got to look closely to notice, so I'm very excited to see what's going on inside. So let's open it. Okay, so there seems to be a bit of a surprise element going on because when you pull out the actual compact part, the backdrop, which is really cool. I kind of want to keep this for something, I don't know what, but there is a little question mark circle down at the bottom, and through it you could see the directions and some bags, or one bag, I guess. This is all of our other pieces. So just a paper bag, and then there's the box. So pretty easy to open everything. The compact itself was just in here. No extra tape or plastic ties or anything. And then Polly and the little alien girl and the robot are all here in this little tray. So basically the instructions show you how to lock and unlock it, where some doors are, how to fold it back up, different features, how you put Polly into some of the moving parts. There's two separate layers here in this bag. So in this first layer, we get a unicorn or Pegasus or something. Whoop. It's got wings and a horn. It's in this reared up pose. It's got a purple mane. The eyes are closed. I mean, the painting is okay. There's like a little white spot on the tail that should have been painted better, and the mane is a little bit bare on this side, but that side looks pretty good. You also get this chair. I think it's a chair. It's a little moon. Oh, it's got a little face on it, like a sleeping face. Maybe it's a bed, and it kind of rocks back and forth. That's neat. It reminds me of one of the furniture items you can get in Animal Crossing, that like crescent moon chair that has the star hanging down. Oh, here's a shooting star, which has a peg hole on the back, so you probably have to attach it somewhere. This is a little crystal pink chair that's translucent pink. There's this piece that looks just like crystals sticking up that matches the chair and will not focus. They're kind of in focus. Guess they're lunar crystals or space crystals or something. Reminds me of Sailor Moon. Everything reminds me of Sailor Moon though. And a telescope, and you can actually move it up and down, and it's on a little purple tripod. So that was the first half of the bag. And then in the second half, oh, something else just fell out. Gotta be careful because Polly Pocket pieces are very small. There's this little purple gemstone looking thing. Can't tell if it's like a little cushion or something. Almost looks like a little footrest. Okay, now we're in the second part of the bag. In this one, we have another chair, or no. Oh, this is a vanity. Yes, this is definitely a vanity. It's translucent blue. And you can see there are little handheld mirrors molded into the plastic there. It's shaped like a crystal. I guess that's the theme going on here. Here's another shooting star, similar to the other one, just with a pink tail. Then we have some really small pieces. We have this pink star, a crescent moon, which is going to be really hard to get to focus. Oh my god. There we go. This itty bitty teeny tiny crescent moon wand. I am trying so hard, but these pieces are so tiny. Here I thought, oh, I should be able to do this in front of the camera instead of on the floor, but this is so small, you can barely even see I'm holding anything. And this wand actually has a little handle so that Polly can hold it, or the alien, whoever. Oh, here's a tiny little crown. So I'm guessing that either Polly or the alien are going to be some kind of space royalty. Here's a little planet with a purple ring and a squishy purple ballroom skirt, ball gown skirt that you can slip a Polly into. So that was both parts of the paper bag. Let's just have a look at Polly and her friends. This is Polly, and something that they're doing a little bit differently in the more recent sets is that instead of having the jelly legs that stick to stuff, they have pegs in the feet, and this also allows them to have a joint at the hips like the old Pollys used to. She can actually sit down now. Ooh, her legs move separately? That is awesome! Look! You can get the legs to move separately! Sweet. She's got her little space buns, of course. She's got a purple streak in her hair. She's wearing a tank top with an alien head and silver shorts and shoes, and she's painted pretty well. I don't see any problems with her face. Then her alien friend has blue skin. She has 3 eyes, space buns. She's got a peachy tank top, purple legs. Again, can also sit and move her feet separately, and her hair goes down to her mid-back. Oh, they can move their arms too! That is awesome. I think, did the other Pollys that were new, can they move their arms? They're over there. I don't feel like going to get them. Oh, it's not an eye. Okay, so what I thought was a third eye is actually just a planet symbol on her forehead. It's very hard. She's so small. And then finally we have their little alien robot green friend who has red eyes and a smile. He's got a little antenna. He also has a peg in his foot, but he has no articulation. So that is all the little tiny Polly pieces. And now we can look at the actual compact. So I wouldn't really call this a compact. It's just a very large playset. It comes with this plasticky, jelly feeling kind of strap that feels like Betty Spaghetti hair, if anyone remembers Betty Spaghetti. It's very stretchy, and there is a heart clasp here so that you can open it and put it over yourself. You can put it around and carry it like this because you gotta go everywhere with your Polly Pocket UFO, right? Here's the front. You have this little heart clasp that turns so that you can lock and unlock it. There's gold star above it. You've got this translucent blue top and you can see the moon's surface through it. Then we have a purple and pink layer, and the hinge is back here, so this part separates, and this part at the bottom with the purple also separates. It says Polly Pocket on the bottom with some space molding in there. It's very, very cute. Has a lot of cute painted details. So let's see. Oh, even the molded part here, the blue part has like shooting stars and planets molded into it. I didn't even notice that. It's so fun looking at all the fun details on a Polly Pocket. Okay, so this is the part that we could see inside the box. So we've got the UFO up here. It looks like it could be painted with glow-in-the-dark paint. Oh, and it comes down, of course, so you can make it look like somebody is flying the UFO if you put them in there. I would guarantee probably that that's glow in the dark, but you can't quote me on that because I haven't tried it yet, and it's hard to try it in a bright space like this. There's also all this molding over here, and there's little pegs, and I believe these pegs must be for them to stand on the surface of the planet. So let me just try this. So you can make them stand around the UFO here. You can stand it up like this so that it looks like she's piloting it this way, or even this way. You stand her up like that, and it holds her in pretty well. She's not gonna like flap over. Okay, maybe she will. Never mind. In the background, there's space, there's like some controls. Then the bottom part here is the spinning rocket ship that's attached to a shooting star. And again, you've got space in the background. And now that Polly can sit, you can put her inside the rocket and make her go on a ride. Let her do the astronaut test for G-forces. You could actually put somebody on the other side too, because there is a peg here. So now they can both spin around and barf their guts out. So now we can open the heart part, and according to the directions, this is the bottom, so you lay it out like this and then you open the other two parts to actually play, but there is still some design on the inside here. So on this side, you've got a unicorn underneath a rainbow. All around, you've got some motifs of stars, crystals, hearts, and then on this side, you've got constellations, more stars. There's even a little picture of the robot alien guy up here. There's a rocket ship. So it's not just plain boring flat plastic. It's still pretty. There's even some embedded glitter in the plastic. You know, they always put a lot of detail into these things. We'll open this part up, and there's a castle inside, which is immediately making me think of the Starlight Castle set from the old days. It's this big moon castle. It's pink, there's hearts, there's a big drawbridge door with a unicorn constellation. Why are you having such a hard time focusing on this? Yes, so you got your unicorn constellation here. Here's the moon and some planets on the side. And if you open the door, there's pegs for them to stand on. And it shows you the throne room. There's unicorn statues. You've got the crystal motifs over here, super cute. And then down here, so this is like a rainbow bridge kind of. So there's a peg here, somebody can stand on this star and you can move them around. You can even spin a little bit while you're moving. There's a peg here so someone can stand on the cloud. And there's constellations down here and like a cloud area here with steps up to the castle. It's very, very cute. You can even put something on top of the door when you lay it flat. There's just a lot of places for the polys to go, which is fun because just like the old days, they had like the little circles that you insert the polys into. Now you just put them on their little pegs. So this is what it is supposed to look like when you fully open it up and lay it out. You can have it flat, you can have it with this part standing up, you can play one side or the other. There are a lot of possibilities. I am going to set this up somehow, probably using the directions, and I'll show you what it looks like all together. Alright guys, so I decided that it probably would be better to give you guys a little bit more of a close-up. So I plugged a lot of the little pieces onto the spots that were suggested in the instructions, just to give you an idea of where you could put them. But there are just pegs all over the place. You could put them really anywhere and customize this set to look however you want. I even, you can put the stuff on here and still spin it without them falling off. I think the peg thing probably works better than the sticky stuff. Not that the sticky stuff didn't work that well, but over time, if you got like hair or other debris on the sticky feet, they wouldn't work as well. So I think the peg is a better way to go. Plus, the fact that you can lay these pieces flat, you can have them stand on top of this stuff if you didn't want to have the decorations up there. There's just a lot of possibilities. I put the little chair in there, or the throne rather. I gave the alien queen her crown and her scepter and her skirt. Let me just pull her out so you guys can see better what she looks like. It was a little hard to make her hold the wand, but I did manage to get it on there. And she can even stand up with the skirt without the pegs, so that's fun. I put the crystal in there and her little vanity. And all of the furniture pieces too also have pegs so that you can put them down wherever you want and they won't go anywhere. Here's Polly on the cloud. And of course you can always move her. Well, you could just fling her onto the other side if you want. Oops, I just took out the queen. Sorry. But, you know, you can use the bridge between the two spots so that they can visit each other. And you can also turn them on the pegs. So even though they can't really turn their heads, you can at least give them a little bit of movement to look around while they're on the peg, which is also something you couldn't do with the sticky parts. And I just love the colors and aesthetic of this set. I will say, you know, the modern Polly sets aren't quite as detailed as the old ones. There's not as many features, but they are still really cute. And for kids who didn't experience the older Pollys, they're not going to know the difference. They're still going to have fun with this. I absolutely would have loved this set as a kid. Like, I wouldn't have known the difference as a kid between this and one of the other Polly sets. One thing I would love would be a light up feature. That would be awesome because, like, the Starlight Castle, which this part reminds me of, had the lights and it was always very pretty, and, you know, I still like looking at it that way. But since I'm pretty sure that this part is glow in the dark, that kind of makes up for it, and it goes with the space theme. As you saw, I put the little alien guy in here. But yeah, I do really like this. I just gotta find a good place to leave it set up like this so I can always look at it. Not that it doesn't look cute as a UFO, but I really like looking at the inside. I'm a sucker for space stuff. So this was definitely a win for me. Anyway guys, let me know what you think of the double play space compact from Polly Pocket. Everybody would just stay in their places. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, bye!